Good day. Thanks for checking out this post from the Unbroken Line. I'm Chad Hayes. We've been talking about 21 ways to be yourself, and today's post brings us to principle number 8. So to set this up, I want to tell you about a post I saw yesterday on Facebook. A young man that works at Walmart. This is exactly what he said. He said, "I don't know how long I can keep up this fake smile and happiness stuff for work." So he's at Walmart. I mean, I just pictured standing at the door greeting people. You got to smile, wave at people, all this kind of stuff. So he's tired of having to smile, tired of having to be nice, tired of having to fake it. And so that's a Walmart employee who's tired of faking it. And so that's really what today's post is about. We should not fake it. If you want to be yourself, you can't be fake. And so pretty simple little nugget here. But we've all heard that saying, "Fake it until you make it." That's a lie. Fake is not true. It's fake news, right? So we've all heard of that. We've all been irritated with it, I think, by now. But nobody likes fake. And I'll tell you about the millennials and these young people. They certainly don't like things that are fake. And they can sniff it out and smell it right away. They're looking for something that's authentic. They're looking for something real. And so if we're offering them counterfeit stuff, we're doing them absolutely no good. We're just going to turn them off. There's nothing worse than a fake, conjured up, contrived move of God or power of God type stuff in the church service. That is absolutely annoying. But I'm going to tell you what, there's nothing more powerful, nothing more beautiful than the real deal. When God really moves and when God really shows up, it's a pretty awesome thing. So don't fake it till you make it. Faking is lying. And going back to the analogy of David, no one can beat David being David. No one can beat you being you. Be your true self. Be real. And there's a reality in this. God will never anoint who you pretend to be. Copying people, trying to be something that you're not, God won't anoint that. But when you're your true self, when you're who He created you to be and called you to be, and you're confident in your identity, you're confident that in identity, being confident in our identity comes from being confident in our walk with Him, in our relationship with Him. And so because of that, coming from that, there's an anointing that flows to our life. God will anoint the real you, but He will never anoint who you pretend to be. You don't have to fake it till you make it. It's as simple as living out this new identity that God has given us. He has called us. He's ordained us. He's developed us. He's caused us to be who we are. We are who we are by the grace of God. And Paul acknowledges that all throughout the scriptures. And there's power in knowing who you really are. So I want to give you 2 quick nuggets here about being real and being your true self. First of all, don't be a know-it-all. Nobody likes a know-it-all. I like what Craig Rochelle says. People don't like leaders who are always right. They like leaders who are real. There's a lot of truth in that. I think I quoted right, pretty close anyway. But there's a lot of truth in that. And we need to learn to admit when we don't know the answer. We don't have to have all the answers. In fact, our disciples, our children, the people that we're following will appreciate us more if we're just willing to say, "Hey, it's a great question, but honestly, I don't know the answer to that. Let me get back to you on that, and let me get in the Bible and look. Let me do a little bit of research. Let me do a Google here and find out the answer for you, but I don't know the answer to that one. Let me get with so-and-so and find out what we need to do here." Not knowing the answer, being truthful about that is more powerful than making stuff up and looking like you got it all together. So don't be a know-it-all. That's number 1. Number 2, don't pretend that everything is okay. Now in our relationships, that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes we put on a facade. We pretend like, oh, everything's hunky-dory, and I like working with you, and I really like you, and this is wonderful. And we're putting on this facade when deep down there's something in our hearts, and we're frustrated. We don't like the way we're being treated. We don't like the way things are going. We don't like systems. We don't like strategies. We don't like whatever it is. And we're putting on a face and pretending like everything's okay. And listen, if you will be humbly honest, vulnerable, transparent, real, confront with humility, then you're going to have better results. You're going to live a happier life. You're going to bear more fruit in your ministry and in your work. Your relationships are going to be fuller if you can be humbly forthright, humbly have conversations that are hard, humbly get down to the root of matters and issues. If somebody has offended you, humbly go to them and say, look, I just want you to know there's something between us. I recognize it, and we got to get this thing right. Do it with humility. Approach people on a low pedestal. Don't get up on a high pedestal and say, you're wrong and you're treating me unkindly. Be humble about it, but don't hide it. Don't suppress things. Don't be fake about things. Deal with things, and you'll find out that everything in life will go better whenever you communicate, when you are open, honest, transparent, coming from a place of humility, coming from a place of preferring a brother even over yourself. You'll find better results. So don't be a know-it-all. Don't pretend like everything's okay. Don't be fake. So that's post number 8, principle number 8 from our series, 21 Ways to Be Yourself. Be the real you. Nobody can do it better, and it stinks when you try to be somebody else. So be the real you. This is Chad Hayes. It's been another post from the Unbroken Line, and I appreciate you checking this out. Please hit the like button if you're watching us on YouTube, or subscribe to the channel, share, and leave your comments. Let us know how this is blessing your life. God bless each and every one of you. You have a great day.